Hey guys! So today we're going to be making some slime, which I've heard is a big favorite with you guys. So we really only need 2 ingredients for this, which is going to be our glue. Normal Elmer's glue will work. And this is called Magical Liquid. It's basically the slime activator. So it has some baking soda and contact solution. And this is totally non-toxic and it's safe. It's meant to be put into slime. So I know some slimes out there aren't really good for you, for your hands, but this isn't one of them. Was meant purely to be put into glue to make slime. And it's also from Elmer's. And also, even though it is non-toxic, you still want to wash your hands after you touch this because it can still bother your eyes, your nose, your whole face really. So you really want to make sure you keep safe, wash your hands often when you play around with this, and of course don't eat it, even though I know you guys won't. I just have to still mention it, so be sure not to eat it, be sure not to maybe touch it and then eat something, I don't know. So make sure you have everything off, all of the slime off before you go and do something else. So first step, we're going to be taking some glue. And you're gonna have a cup and of course a spoon. Another thing would be to keep a napkin handy because it tends to get a little messy, but I'm sure it's worth it at the very end. At least I hope it is. So first thing, you're gonna put some glue in the cup and you're gonna fill it about 1/3 of the way. So that's a little more than 1/3, but around that much. Again, there's no specific measurement, so some people may have more glue, some people may have less. It totally depends. And if you have any leftover glitter, food coloring, even some paint, and you want to put it in the slime, then you're more than welcome to do so. If not, then white slime is fine. It's totally fine. It's still really cool and really fun. But I'm going to put some glitter in. So I'm just gonna put a little of this golden glitter, because I like glitter. And then just gonna mix it with my spoon. And this is before anything else is put in. Be careful not to put too much. If you put too much, your slime won't properly form. But if you put too little, then it'll be like gluey still when you touch it and it'll get all over your hands. So it really has to be that exact amount. Once you put those 6 drops in, you're gonna mix it and you can see how it's sort of coming together, but it still has quite a bit to go. So you're gonna mix it still, and this is where you sort of experiment. I usually go in and add 2 drops each time and see how that works out. So I'm gonna add 2 drops, I'm gonna mix it. So, okay, it still needs more. And this is basically all you do. You keep going until your slime reaches the right consistency, which should be, when you touch it, it should not be like still gluey, it shouldn't stick to your hand, and it should be like stringy. So we're getting there, but we're still gonna need some more. I think around 12 drops would be good for each, but again, it may change. And you just need to keep adding and see how your slime is reacting to that. So I actually ended up adding quite a bit. I added around 20 drops, but I did have a little more than probably most of you did. So here's what I have so far. I've been touching it and it sticks a little, so I'm probably gonna have to go back and add some more, but it is really close. And you can see as I pull up my spoon, it goes wet and it's really forming like that. So this is when you know that your slime's almost ready. And again, like I said, I'm just gonna put some more, like 3 more drops maybe, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I added a few more drops, and now it comes to a little bit of the messier part, where you gotta actually knead it with your fingers. You have to let go of the spoon, and make sure you have a napkin because it can get pretty messy. So you're gonna take it, and try and get as much as you can, and then you're gonna take it from one hand to the other, and then just keep doing this. Just play around with it a little, and eventually you'll see that it starts forming, And in the beginning, it'll be all over your hands and you'll be thinking, why am I doing this? But after that, you'll see how it's forming and it's getting together and developing more like an actual slime and less like a glue substance. I don't know. So finally, after a lot of kneading, this is what I ended up with getting. It's pretty good now. I basically just went back and forth and just kept squeezing it, and it ended up forming quite nicely. So I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. And so the science part of this is, some may think, is slime a solid or a liquid, when actually it's neither. It's a non-Newtonian fluid. And which that means, because, I mean, it's not a solid because if you let it, it's gonna drip down. But it's not really a liquid either because it doesn't like fall down either. But it doesn't have a definite shape, or it has a definite volume, but it doesn't have a definite shape. So that doesn't really make it a solid. It's sort of in between. That's what it's classified as, a non-Newtonian fluid. Also, if you notice, if you pull really hard, like that, how it breaks apart, that's what, you're breaking the covalent bonds between the two main components that are found in the PVA glue and the baking soda contact solution mix, which is in the activator. They're bonded, and once you pull it really hard, you basically break those bonds, and it's pretty cool. And last fun fact about slime is that it does have elasticity, and which basically means you can throw it and it'll sort of bounce. I'm not going to, because I don't want it to stick on the walls or on the roof if it can get up there. And I recommend you don't either, but basically it does have a lot of properties, which makes it really cool. And as you can see, my slime, even though it did not have any colors in it, still turned out really great. I put some of the glitter in. I don't know if you can see that. So it's a little glittered. You can do whatever you want with it. If you have some leftover food coloring from other science projects, feel free to put some in. Or again, if you have some glitter like this at home or at school, maybe in a club, anything, you can put that in as well. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. It was my personal favorite this whole year, and I hope you guys are gonna have a great time making this and playing around with it. Also, last note, you need to put this in a small Ziploc bag. I'm sending a few with you so that it doesn't dry out, because if you just leave it outside, it's gonna dry out pretty quick. So you need to like make sure that Ziploc bag's gonna be airtight and everything. All right, I think that's it. Bye, see you next time.